YouTube, we are in the grand finals of the Meta Weekly every single week. As you can see here, weekly $300 plus events. If you unlock the Discord by clicking join on YouTube, you will also be able to join $60 plus weekly of free entry events. No hassle, no anxiety events. Then you could take that experience to then join the big events, the $1,400 monthly events, the weekly $300 events, or if you just want to be a part of a community, unlock all these channels. For example, the active deck type discussion, spicy win streaks. You got questions, we have answers, new player help, deck help, replay help. This is the place, this is the way. Let's start the grand finals. Hajime.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
YouTube, if you watch live the grand finals or any tournament round on twitch.tv/duellinksmeta, you get to vote with your star chips on who you think will win. You get star chips just by watching the stream. Let's go. Ancient rules activating to summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon from the hand. The legendary dragon, the most powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible, as says the card. Let's go. Are we going to have a level 1 tuner alongside this Blue Eyes to turn this into a better, more virtually invincible, more powerful, more legendary dragon? It does look like that's exactly what we're going to do. As we normal summon the Ancients, we're going to synchro into the Blue Eyes White Dragon to come forth and make a turn 1 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. Now, I will remind you that Blue Eyes recently got nerfed by the ban list. They can no longer play Melody and Azure Eyes at the same time. Most players are opting to not play Melody. They're playing Azure Eyes Silver Dragon, which we'll see, maybe. It gets summoned off of the Spirit Dragon. Now, because of the Ancients being sent to the graveyard to synchro into a Spirit Dragon, the Ancients will activate during the end phase to summon a second Blue Eyes White Dragon onto the field. Double cutscene in one turn. How will Terrific respond? Which he is playing the new best deck in Duel Links Tier 1 Harpies. Dragons have been dethroned. They were one of the best decks, and now Harpies are here. They are top tier. What's the play? Perfumer, a 1-card synchro or exceed. On summon, you're going to grab an Elegant Egotist, which could special summon a Harpy from your deck. And if you don't grab an Elegant Egotist, it means you already have one in your hand. Grabbing a Feather Rest, that means he does have the Elegant Egotist already. Swallow Nest. Tribute your Harpy to summon a Harpy from the deck. Now, the Perfumer is a hard once per turn, so if we summon a different copy of her, she will not be able to activate again. Summoning a Channeler. Channeler will discard a Harpy card to summon a Harpy from the deck. Discarding Harpy Lady 1. To summon a Harpy Oracle is what I'm thinking. Harpy Oracle, brand new, free-to-play card from an event. Oracle is going to activate on summon to add a Harpy card in the graveyard back to the hand during the end phase. Non-monster Harpy card, that is. We're going to synchro. Now, you might be thinking, where's the tuner? There's no tuner in this deck. But if you're making a Cyber / Harpy, any Harpy can be considered a tuner. Cyber / Harpy. If you or your opponent activate a spell or trap, you could chain link to the Cyber / Harpy to return a monster on the field back to the hand. We're going to activate the Feather Rest to target 3 Harpies in the grave to return, then back on the deck to draw 2. Now, Mood Trapper being a top tier player, he knows that he could chain link block the Cyber / Harpy by chain link 2ing the Spirit Dragon. The Cyber / Harpy can only chain its effect to a spell or a trap. So by passing priority after activating the spell, you chain a monster effect. No longer can the Cyber / Harpy activate to return a monster back. Now, the Azure Eye Silver Dragon on summons activating to protect the field from being targeted or destroyed by card effects. We're going to chain Book of Moon, then chain Cyber / Harpy to that Book of Moon. So flip down the Blue Eyes and return the Azure Eyes. RIP. We played around the Cyber / Harpy, but it did not matter. He did play it perfectly. The Book of Moon messed up everything. He needed the Azure Eyes to resolve. If it resolved, he would have been protected. This is unfortunate. It does not have lethal. At least I hope he doesn't. He's not winning on this turn. Attacking for 1800, passing back to Mood Trapper, but not until adding back a Harpy card in the graveyard, grabbing Elegant Egotist back to the hand. This is not looking good for Blue Eyes. What just happened this duel? That was a crazy follow-up turn. Ancients in the grave, add a Blue Eyes White Dragon back to the hand. Now with the skill, Ultimate Dragons, we could reveal 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons, grab a Polymerization from outside of the duel. Are we doing it? He's thinking. He needs 2 Blue Eyes White Dragons to activate the skill, which he does not have as he T-sets his field.
It's go time. My turn. I draw.
The Cyber Slash Harpy effect to return a monster from the field back to the hand is once per turn during either player's turn. So with the activation of the Elegant Egotist, we are going to chain the Cyber Slash Harpy, returning the set monster back to the hand. It's going to be all up to that set card. What could that set card be? Come forth, Harpy, from the deck. It is a Cyber Harpy Lady. 2100 with the boost of the Harpy Lady 1. Very good card for the mirror match, as your Harpy Lady 1 will boost up opposing Harpies. Tie that binds, boost up the field by plus 300. We got lethal on the Cyber Harpy attack, and it's good. Time for side decking. What can we side deck against Harpies? We're going to be rooting for the underdog here. If we're the Blue Eyes player, which is not tier 1, while Harpies is tier 1, we want to think about what can we do to make this a more even duel.
I summon a monster. I activate my monster's effect.
For game 2 and 3, it is important to go first if you're going to side deck in Poisonous Winds to stop Harpies from special summoning. Otherwise, we have the situation as you're looking at right now. The Channeler discarding a Harpy, summoning a Perfumer on summon, grabbing a Feather Rest. Now synchroing into a Cyber Slash Harpy, then returning those 3 Harpies back in the deck to draw 2. This all could have been prevented with the Poisonous Winds side deck card, which pretty much everyone here is side decking unless you're a Harpy deck yourself.
I activate a spell card.
Look at the advantage. This is crazy. You go first, and you have 4 cards, and now he's got 5 cards total, and one of them being a giant synchro with a great effect. Oracle's going to activate to grab back the Feather Rest in the graveyard back to the hand during the end phase. Grab back your Pot of Greed. Turn 1, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards from 4.
I summon a monster.
We do have to remember how the Cyber Slash Harpy works on the field. On the activation of a spell or trap from either player, it could activate to return a monster back to the hand. So Mood Trapper is going to have to very carefully make plays around that. Ending the turn, not actually making a play. Harpy Hunting Ground. This is the counter to the side deck card. And if they don't have the side deck card, just dance on their back row. On the summon of a Harpy, destroy a back row card. It's also not once per turn. So you summon a Harpy, you pop a back row. You then synchro into a Harpy, pop another back row. Channelers here, trigger the field spell, get popping.
You won't escape from me.
Book of Moon. Now, Book of Moon onto a monster that's been summoned on a previous turn means that that monster could flip right back up. So the only valid target is going to be the Channeler to flip down. Tie that binds. He did deny a synchro of a Cyber Slash Harpy. He also passed on activating the Cyber Slash Harpy from returning the Sage back to the hand, which you don't want to give back. It's 0 attack. Just keep it on the field. 1800 damage going in directly. Surely this is not it. Whatever his back row card is, he would save it for the Cyber Slash Harpy. He did not. And that is why Harpies is the definitive best deck in Duel Links right now.
Growing up on the streets taught me
Congratulations, terrific. You are the grand champion of the Meta Weekly. You are a Meta Weekly champion. Terrific. All right, top 32 of the Meta Weekly. I'm going to be showing the top 16 decks, though. Here is the breakdown, the full deck type breakdown. This is right after the MCS. Harpies are dominating. Blue Eyes in second place for most played. Very interesting. And then, as you can see in the results, Harpies dominating. And this is post-ban list. This is with the skill nerfs. This is with everything. So, for example, if you're looking at Onomats and going, oh, the skill didn't change. No, I've imposed a harsh limit on Onomat because with the new change, you could use the skill twice. My rule in my tournaments, so for him to top, this is crazy, you can only use the skill once, and if you return 2 cards back on the deck, you have to add back 1 of the cards you returned. So it's in line with the new skill change, but it's even worse. Buns. Buns, using the skill correctly, this was his deck. So if we read this card, Mistaken Accusation says if your opponent has more total cards in their hand and field than you can activate this card. You activate it by targeting a face-up monster on the field or a face-up card. Then neither player can activate cards of that name or their effects for the rest of the duel except the card that was targeted. So how does this work? Well, let's look at first place. Let's use this card against the first place deck. They summon a card like Channeler. Channeler is a Harpy Lady on the field. You activate the Mistaken Rest on the Harpy Channeler. The Harpy Channeler can activate, but when it summons a Perfumer, it will not activate. When it summons an Oracle, it will not activate. When they Synchro into the Cyber / Harpy, it will not activate. That's it. You just can't activate for the rest of the duel. Now, with the Onomat deck out of the way, very spicy, we're going to check out the other decks. Top 16, this is Ronimo with Tie That Binds Harpies. Then we have Blue Eyes, V Bellafiore, choosing to play the Azure Eyes over a Melody. It worked out well. Then we have Water Exceed. Legacy Clash, banish your monster in the damage step, negating an opponent's attack, also reducing an opponent's monster by the attack away you banished. Your monster comes back in the end phase. Wonderful. Delata. Again, not playing Melody, choosing to play the Azure Eyes. Looking good. Another Water Exceed. Double Tretch. More Blue Eyes White Dragon. More Blue Eyes White Dragon. What is going on? Blue Eyes is all over the place. Fire Fist. This is what I love to see. It is a 20-card deck. Looking good, looking spicy. Lightning Vortex with the Sphere Kribo or a Kiteroid, have them overextend and wipe their entire fields. Looks good, I love it. Serenity with the Yosanju. Very nice of you to do well with this deck. All right. And we have Ruginary with Thunder Dragons. People are teching into Lightning Vortex. They're crazy. Edu with some Water Exceed. All right. More Harpies, nothing too crazy or different about this deck. We have the Harpy Hunting Ground in the main deck. All right. Then we have Shadow with his Harpy deck, getting top 4. Double Lightning Vortex in the side deck. Hysteric Party's nuts. Discard a card. Summon all your Harpies from the graveyard. You what? Luca, top 4 with this. Triple Swallowed Nest gets swallowing. Second place, Blue Eyes White Dragon again. Opting out of playing Melody in the main deck. And then your Grand Champion, Terrific, with a terrifically built Harpy deck. Triple Book of Moon, 1 Lance, Triple Swallowed Nest. That's wonderful. That is great. Good job to all of you. It was a great tournament. Those are the decks. Thank you. Fools.